Hi everybody, thank you for joining me here at Shanna's Sweets. I'm so glad you could join me for this May's color challenge. And of course I had to include some of the new in colors, and of course I had to include my favorites. So this time I'm including my most favorite, Fresh Freesia, and Polished Pink, which is a very close second. It's hard to choose, although purple is my favorite color. So, and then I'm going to pair it up with some basic gray and Granny Apple. So if you are watching this on YouTube, I'm going to have the link to my Facebook group that you can post your project on and be entered for my monthly blog candy for participating. And then also my website will have, if you're watching there, it'll also be, you can post your project, make a comment. I don't know if it'll let you post pictures there, but you can try, or go over to the Facebook group and post there your picture. We'd love to see it. So I did something a little bit different, and I used the Party Puffins stamp set, and I'm using the spiral die along with some new tags, and all of these are available in the brand new annual catalog. So I know first I thought I would do flowers, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I thought this is so adorable, and look, honestly, when you do the basic gray on this purple, it looks kind of black, so you can't tell the difference. So let's get to it, and I want to show you how I did this. So I pulled out my Stamparatus for stamping this. Okay, so we're going to use the spiral die, and we're going to lay down our Fresh Freesia first. Okay, so we're going to start by just putting all the ink down with the Fresh Freesia. Okay. And then I have a dauber with my pink. I label them. And I'm going to just put some pink on it, and then I'm just going to daub different spots. And I might get a little purple on my pad, but it's okay. I'm trying to remember where I went. You can kind of see a little bit where you've dabbed, because it makes a different texture on the stamp. All right. Then you want to take, and I actually cut my basic white bigger than the part that I'm going to use, okay? So, and what you can do is take a glue dot if you don't want to make sure it doesn't move. So I'll just put a glue dot on the back of my paper, and then make sure that I have it underneath. It should be bigger than my stamp set here. Tried to cut it bigger than my, and then go down. Okay, give it a good smush, since I'm kind of going around my tripod here. All right, so like I said, this paper is cut a little bigger than I want, so I'm going to trim it down. And I actually want this paper to be 3 3/4 by 5. So let's trim just a smidget off that end. And then make it 5 inches. And that one looks good. So we're just going to go to 3 3/4 there. And then it's perfect. And that way I don't have to worry about any edges not being good from inking. All right. Now we have 2 tags from our tag dies, and we're going to, I kind of want this tag to be at an angle, so I'm going to put it like that, and this one is going to be like that. So I'm going to, we have our basic gray, and we're going to stamp, and you gotta, like, I had to be careful because make sure you don't get ink on the edges, because I did do that a couple times. So my birthday is going to go towards the holes. And see here, making sure that we don't get ink up here on the edge, because that gets on our paper. And stamp our little dude right there. And then while I have my ink out, I got a piece of white for the inside. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to stamp a birthday cake right there in the corner. I do have a little birthday hat that I already stamped an extra one. This is just stamped on some white, and I've trimmed it out, and that's going to go on our little guy right there. So while I have this little hat out, I'm going to color that with the granny apple. That's how I'm going to bring the granny apple into my project. So I'm just going to color these little dots. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and take mini glue dots. And put on that and stick this on his hat so that we don't lose our little hat, because we wouldn't want to do that. Isn't he so cute? I just think he's adorable. I'm going to take my favorite ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty. I wish you could really see how pretty it is. It is so sheer. It's one you want in your hand. So I'm going to make 3 little layers with this. So we're going to put it through the bottom one. And then the happy birthday is going to go on top. And then you can cut out these little hole reinforcements, okay? And since I have the pink on top, I'm going to put a purple hole reinforcement. And I'm not going to even worry about gluing, because I'm going to tie this ribbon. Since I'm tying a knot, I don't even care. I just want it there for show. Okay. So let's put our card together. You have basic gray, 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half. And then we have some of the 21 to 23 DSP, and I'm going to use the cross-checked side. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so it's just leaving a very tiny edge. And then our spiral will go in the middle of that, so we have a nice border. And then of course our tag with our little guy is going to go at an angle, but I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of dimensionals underneath that tag for a little extra. And then this I will just make sure is, and then our white inside. And that is our color challenge for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you'll participate. Join me on the Facebook page. Thank you. Bye.